Good evening. I'm your Stargazing Dream guide, Asscher, and I'm here to help you drift into a peaceful evening of rest. Tonight, we'll gently explore soft-spoken stories and magical video game worlds designed to soothe your mind and bring a sense of calm to your evening, helping you relax and unwind. For this adventure, we'll begin beneath the lantern glow of Liyue Harbor. Then we'll drift through the quiet meadows of the Guili Plains, past the mist-veiled cliffs of Karst, and slowly rise into the sky, ending our journey in a floating pavilion tucked high above the clouds at Chingyan Peak. Before we begin, let's set the scene for your comfort. Tonight, I've made myself a cup of Blanc and Rose tea from Mariage Ferrer and stirred in a bit of orange blossom honey. I'm wrapped in a heavy wool agate patterned blanket, and there's a soft Le Faux de l'Eau candle glowing beside me in the scent Garden Rose. I hope wherever you are, you can settle in just as softly. If you're watching on a screen, now is a good time to dim it so you won't be disturbed by bright light. And if you're watching on a TV, consider setting a sleep timer. And if you're watching on YouTube and have autoplay on, go ahead and turn it off so your rest will remain undisturbed. In tonight's video, I've chosen only nighttime scenes to keep everything as peaceful as possible. There won't be any mid-roll ads, and if you do drift off before we finish, feel free to return tomorrow and let me know in the comments how it went. I'd love to hear from you. And just a gentle reminder, there's absolutely no pressure to fall asleep. If you're simply here listening and resting, that's perfectly okay. Your body still benefits from rest. And if you're still awake at the end, I'll have another relaxing video waiting for you. Now, nestle into your cozy dwelling. Gently close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in. And a slow, gentle breath out. And we'll begin our adventure in 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's begin by gathering our team of companions for tonight's journey. These adventurers aren't here for battle, but just to safely and quietly escort us and keep us safe on our adventure. First, we have our navigator and star reader, Mona. Mona is a hydromancer and a celestial astrologer who can see the patterns of the stars and read fortunes in the reflections of the water. She'll be our quiet, guiding light. The next member of our party is going to be Yelan. She moves like a shadow and is as elegant as the moon's reflection on a still lake. She's a graceful guide, unbelievably skilled with a bow, and she'll help us find our way with strength and subtlety. Next up, we have Shenhe, serene and regal. She moves as peacefully and silently as a crane in the snow. She has a quiet strength, a lethal elegance, and she knows the wilderness of Liyue like an old friend. And rounding out tonight's party, we have Layla, our sleepy scholar with a gentle spirit. Layla will keep us safe by manifesting her shield of frost in times of need. She might doze off now and then, but she's here to remind us that it's okay to be a little drowsy on our journey. Now that our team is assembled, let's step softly out of Liyue Harbor and into the night. We'll wander through gentle landscapes, pause to find little treasures, and simply enjoy the quiet beauty of the world around us. As we begin our journey from the bustling Liyue Harbor, we step out under the stars onto a path paved with the echoes of history. The harbor behind us is full of life and glowing brightly, but as we move forward, the world grows quieter. We see the hills ahead whispering with the night breeze, guided by lanterns that the Adepti themselves are said to have placed, glowing softly like little fireflies. These gentle lights have illuminated the path for centuries, a testament to the guardians who have watched over Liyue for generations. As we walk, you can imagine the countless travelers who have passed this way under the same moonlit sky. We'll take our time and just wander slowly. The hills around Liyue are like gentle waves of earth, rolling quietly under the moon. They say the Adepti once walked these lands, leaving behind little traces of magic and peace. The Adepti are ancient beings, almost like gentle guardian spirits or ancient sages of the land. They've watched over these lands for centuries, keeping the people here safe and filled with a quiet magic. They crafted places like Juyan Karst as sanctuaries, floating islands of tranquility. Each Adeptus has their own story, their own way of connecting with the mountains and the stars. Some are like ancient scholars, and others like mystical animals who watch over Liyue's mountains and rivers. Some are shapeshifters, and some have taken the form of a welcoming, loving granny. But tonight, we're walking in their footsteps. Keep an eye out for any hidden twinkles along our way. Special treasures like these are like finding a little piece of a story left behind. Maybe it's a trinket from an old traveler, or a gift from the Adepti themselves. We'll inspect them quietly, see what the contents are, and then continue on our way. Actually, it looks like we found a couple already. Should we peek inside? Okay, we have a little food, a few vegetables. Let's check this next one out. Well, it certainly looks like we'll be well fed on our travels. Let's check in with Uncle Lou while the moonlight paints the path silver. Looks like a group of hilichurls has wandered a little too close to the path. Let's start by getting Layla's shield up. There we go. Forming a little frost dome around us, cozy and cool. Shenhe, steady and silent, moves like snow falling uphill. A single sweep of her spear, and the wind itself hushes. Let's activate her skill and strengthen the damage from Layla's night stars. I love how Yelan's skill has her disappear into the mist, and she weaves through enemies like moonlight through tree branches. And Mona stepping forward, eyes glowing like constellations. A ripple of water, a glimpse of stars. Her animations are graceful and stunning. And there we go. The last one's gone dissipating off into the night. No harm done. Listen to the way the wind rustles as we pass, and the way the moonlight touches the fields of fog. Every little detail in this world is like a lullaby, a gentle reminder to slow down and breathe. The wilderness of Liyue is full of gentle hills and quiet rivers. We'll walk past lantern-lit paths and ancient stones. And along the way, I'll share a bit of the lore of these lands, and we can simply breathe and take in the calm. It looks like something stirred along the path. Don't worry, we're in good hands. Our companions are more than ready. You just breathe deeply and stay relaxed while they take care of things for us. And look, they were guarding a little treasure for us. What a thoughtful surprise. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Some mora. A few fine ingredients. Ooh, and an artifact glimmering faintly like it remembers an old story. Nothing too flashy. Just a quiet thank you from the world for making it a little more peaceful. Let's tuck those things away safely. Every treasure tells a tale, and we've just added one more to ours. As we step into the Guili Plains, you might notice how the landscape feels quiet in a different way. There's a stillness here, a hush that comes not from nightfall, but from memory. Stone pillars lie scattered across grassy fields, broken and sunken, Like remnants of a dream, the world is forgotten. Long ago, this was a city, vibrant and thriving. But now it sleeps beneath the soil, and only the wind remembers its name. The name Guili comes from two ancient lovers, Guizhong, the goddess of dust, and Zhongli, Morax, the Geo-Archon. They built this place together, not as a fortress, but as a home. A place where peace and invention, balance and love. Guizhong filled it with wisdom and machines, and Morax shaped its stones. And they ruled here side by side until war came. During the Archon War, a great calamity befell this land. Guizhong perished in the chaos. Some say it was in battle, others say it was the storm. But either way, Guili was shattered, and the city could not survive without her. Morax, in his grief, abandoned it, and what remains now are fragments, walls sunken in the grass, altars without prayers, and machines that no longer hum. But even in the ruin, there's a strange beauty here. Flowers bloom between cracked tiles. Birds sing where halls once stood. And sometimes the rain falls softly across the plains, as if the land itself is mourning gently and without bitterness. If you listen closely, you might hear echoes of the past, of laughter, of invention, of a life built on harmony. But the Guili Plains aren't truly abandoned. Travelers pass through, hilichurls make camp, and us, we're here together right now, walking slowly and kindly through a place that once held the heart of a god. That alone is a kind of remembrance. Even in ruin, this place continues to breathe, and tonight it's letting us share in its quiet, weathered story. We've come so far tonight, and now as we approach Qingyun Peak, we've reached the final act of our journey. Our destination, the dwelling above the clouds. A retreat above the noise, floating above the world like a dream suspended in the sky, where the winds speak softly and the stars are just a little bit closer. From up there, you can see the whole world laid out beneath you, like a map of dreams. Up there, the air is a little clearer, and you can see the whole world spread out beneath you. But the dwelling above the clouds wasn't always open to others. Long ago, Cloud Retainer built the floating sanctuary as a place to meditate and reflect. A sanctuary where she could watch over Liyue in peace. It's a symbol of her wisdom and gentle guardianship. But in time, the other Adepti came to her, and with Rex Lapis's blessing, she agreed to share it. This place became the site of the Trial of Heaven, one of the sacred steps for those seeking the path of the Adepti. And so her small pavilion, nestled in the clouds, became a place to mark where mortals might glimpse the divine. They called it Jade Void, named for its shimmering plastrite foundation, and the void between the sky and the earth that one must cross to walk this path. Over time, that name would grow until all the sacred places of the Adepti became part of Jade Void's meeting. Later, Cloud Retainer left behind the blueprints for this floating isle, hoping someone with the right affinity would find them. Alas, no one came, so she sent the traveler to retrieve them instead. Now the dwelling in the clouds is hers once more. The trials are quiet now. Few walk the path of the Adepti, but the wind still sings across the stones. Zhongli himself has even passed this way. As we climb the final steps and let the gentle gust of wind carry us upward, we find ourselves approaching the dwelling in the sky, high above the clouds. It's worth wondering, how does something like this even float? The answer is hidden in the stone beneath our feet, a rare material known as plastrite. Plastrite is one of the marvels of Teyvat, a stone unlike any other. When it's activated, it can hover in place, suspended in the air. But before that, it's like any other stone, heavy, solid, grounded. The secret is in the activation. It needs intention, energy, or enchantment to take flight. And once it does, anything carved from it, or even embedded with it, shares that floating gift. Plastrite comes in shades of green most often, but if you wander Liyue's markets, you'll hear gemstone merchants sing the praises of blue, violet, or amber plastrite. There's no real difference in the magic, just a difference in mora. As always, beauty in the story we tell is about the stone. This floating sanctuary, the dwelling in the clouds, is made from plastrite. Cloud Retainer shaped it as her private retreat, and the plastrite lifted it into the heavens. But here isn't the only marvel built from this material. Down below, Ningguang's jade chamber also floats high above the earth. It too is shaped with plastrite, a palace in the sky crafted from commerce, vision, and stone that remembers how to fly. Even the softest glimmers of celebration carry plastrite's launch. During the lantern rite, the people of Liyue carve it into the bases of Sha lanterns. Once lit, they rise into the night like fireflies, lifted by the same magic that holds the mountains aloft. From private sanctuaries to sky palaces, from glowing lanterns to sacred trials, plastrite is more than just stone. It's a memory of ascent, a wish made solid. The air here is thin, clean. It's a moment to pause and take in this beauty of the journey we've made. Look at how the moonlight touches the mountains, how the stars reflect on the rivers below. It's all a gentle reminder of how far we've come. We've traveled together through hills and lantern-lit paths. And our team of companions has brought us here safely. They've earned a rest now. We'll let Mona, Yelan, Shenhe, and Layla settle down and enjoy the quiet of this night sanctuary. They've been our gentle guides, and now we'll let them rest under the stars. Now, take these next few moments to watch the moon setting gently in the sky. Let your eyes grow heavy and your mind drift like the clouds in the sky. We've had a lovely adventure, and now it's time to simply breathe and let the night carry you. Thank you for joining me on this stargazing journey. If you're still awake and you'd like a little more company, don't worry. I'm just a click away in another video whenever you need it. You're never truly alone here, and you can always come back and join me for another adventure. For now, just rest and let the dream continue in your own time. I'm your Stargazing Dream Guide, Asscher, wishing you the sweetest dreams. Until next time, rest well, weary traveler.